beverage lovers. Yeah, I'm gonna do a slightly different opening. I love craft beer. We're gonna feature craft beer in this. I love cocktails. We're gonna feature cocktails in this. What do they have in common? Well, they're both beverages. And I think they're both the best beverages I've ever had. So we're gonna go and just call it the best beverage. I love Kentucky beer. I think Kentucky beer is some of the best beer. We are innovative, we are smart, we are creative. But I'm a distiller at heart. I make vodka and gin for a living. I have so many creative ideas about that unfortunately I can't incorporate talking about just beer. Now, don't get me wrong. Beer is going to be a majority of what we talk about on this channel, and it should be because I love beer, and there's so many different ways to do beer. But cocktails are fun. Gin is amazing. Vodka does not get the love it is, and no offense, I have a whole sister channel just talking about whiskey, which we barely cover cocktails because I love John, but his favorite idea of mint julep is bourbon neat. And if you don't think I'm right, he's done a video explaining his favorite mint julep, which is bourbon neat.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, I'm not going to limit myself. If I have a fun, creative idea that's beyond beer, oh, yeah, it's beyond beer, isn't it? Yeah, no. Beyond the Barrel's already taken. Thank you. Check out that channel. It's fun. But I'm going to incorporate it. So it is springtime, and it finally feels like it's day in Kentucky. So we're going to talk Keeneland. For those of you outside the Commonwealth, Keeneland is a bi-yearly seasonal horse meet that happens at the Keeneland Racehorse here in Lexington, Kentucky. There's a spring meet and there's a fall meet. Mm-hmm. I prefer the fall meet, but I'm a fall person, so we won't go into that. The director prefers the spring meet because, things get green finally. Understand that.
And the fashions.
And the fashion's cool, so yes, you wear pink at the fall meet, the spring meet.
And not necessarily on a Thursday.
Yeah, you wear it whenever you want to go. So let's talk about what you drink at Keeneland. So that incorporates one of our favorite breweries, which is Country Boy. Happy 11th anniversary to them. Happy 11th birthday. And for several years now, they have come up with a beer for either the spring or the fall meet. The spring are a lager, which is really good. We're going to pull it, and in fact, we'll use our Pilsner glass. Made with, for those of you who don't know, there are two different types of yeast, Cervases and Pastoris, and I know I totally butchered that Latin, but the ales are the ales are the C. Yeah, there we go. The ales are the C, and the lagers are the P.
So it's AC, then LP. Okay.
Yeah. Ales are top brewing. Lagers are bottom. Lagers need to be aged longer, colder. That's why, when you think the Alps and cold, Germans really like their lagered beers, and they use that yeast strain. 90% of American big beer is lagers, but they're mass produced and they taste universally the same. We'll leave it at that. So this is a Pilsner, which is actually a lager, which is the Pilsner style, which is perfect for spring. And that's why I put it in the lager glass, because you're looking for something pale, clear. It's almost, I don't want to pick on Miller High Life saying there's champagne and beers, because they're really not. But I get the idea with the bubbles and the clearness of that. I love their pale ale. I had it last year. I'm sure the Pilsner. Oh yeah. Water cracker, crisp. Some flight slight floral notes. I still get a lot of malt on that, which is nice. And they're usually low. This is probably in the 5s, so it's something you can drink and not it's sessionable, so you can continue to enjoy over and over again. I will let I think actually the director might like this version. And
I haven't had.
I think you've had it in the past. It's crushable. Something you're going to sip and enjoy.
Yes, it's a very good spring, summertime beer.
Spring, summertime beer. So yes, and they do it. It's for the country, according to Country Boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's their tagline. So
if you're at Keeneland, depending upon where you're sitting,
you are
at Keeneland, you may not get a Pilsner glass.
You will not get a Pilsner glass. If you drink this out of the can, that's 100% fine.
Well, some of us don't.
If you drink this out of the can, you're 100% fine. It's fine. Will you get a better nose, clear picture of what the beer looks like, as pretty as it bubbles up? Certainly. If you drink it out of the can, you're fine. We'll leave it there. The other thing Keeneland is known for are their cocktails, and they have what they call the Keeneland Breeze, which I guess the breeze you feel. I don't know. As the horses run by, I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, if you're in the grandstand though on certain days, it's going to be breezy.
It's going to be breezy and cool. So I'll go ahead and go over the recipe. I pre-made this. We will start doing cocktails on this channel. I'm figuring logistics on if I'm going to pre-make them or make them in front of you. We're working on that.
Yeah.
So the ingredients are 1 1/4 of they say regular Maker's Mark. You will learn as I make cocktails on this channel, and if you've seen my sister channel, Let's Talk Bourbon, I think anything under 100 proof does not stand up in a cocktail. It maybe a small batch from Four Roses, but on the whole, you got to be 100 proof. I love Maker's 101. I think Maker's 101 is the bee's knees, which is a cocktail we'll make later, but it's really good. So I use the Maker's 101, and that's what I have on hand. They say an orange liqueur. I like the orange dry curacao. Triple sec would be fine. A Grand Marnier if you want something creamier. They say ginger beer. And if you've seen any of my other episodes, you know that I like Kentucky's finest ale. It's not quite ginger beer. It's not quite ginger ale. It's its own thing.
It's its own.
It's a ginger soda.
Cola. Yeah.
I think it pairs better with bourbon, i.e., because it's made in bourbon country, and I think it's made to cut bourbon, like pre-industrial Mountain Dew. If you know anything, was made to cut moonshine. It just really was. I don't care what you say. It was something. No, that was made to cut shine so you can drink it, because otherwise you couldn't drink it. So instead of, I'm going to have that. Now, do I think Keeneland should carry that? Absolutely. Do I think Keeneland and ALA might have to work on marketing? Absolutely, but that's not.
You can't get LA to Keeneland.
You cannot get ALA to Keeneland. And asked for a squeeze of orange. I took an orange slice and then garnished with an orange. I will have a sip, but I know the director is probably going to finish this. Oh, that's good. No, that's. And it was funny. I read the review, and I won't tell you what website I went to double check the recipe on, and they said something really stupid like orange and bourbon. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Orange and bourbon are buddies. It's perfect. So I've probably been talking faster than I should, but I'm excited about the changes, and I'm excited about the fun. And, those of you, I've already got several ideas. Don't get me wrong. We're going to cover craft beer. In fact, we celebrated Orval Day yesterday, which I shared on the Instagram. We'll go through all Belgian beers. We'll go through all German beers. It just opens us up to more than just Kentucky craft beer. Not that Kentucky craft beer is limiting, but it's not the whole world. We like to travel. We like to enjoy. I mean, obviously, Country Boy will be featured later this year during the summer months because I plan on comparing their light lager compared to the big threes light lager because I think their super premium lager beats the tar out of them. We'll do them blind and find out which I do prefer, but I will be super shocked if they don't win. So tune in. I'll cover what I do know. Obviously, you know I'm a Cicerone, so you know I know beer. I make whiskey, vodka, and gin for a living, so you know I know that. Wine we will dip our toes into.
We know just enough to be
I know
dangerous.
just enough to be obnoxious at bars. I have nothing but respect and honor for Psalms because I know enough of what they go through to get those certifications because I went through something similar with beer, but it's all wine, and wine even is a more, it's just even bigger than beer, which is hard to say, but it is true. It's bigger than beer. So I know how much they have to study. I will not pretend to be a WSAT, whatever psalm at all, but I do like certain wines and know enough through Total and some training and education I've had.
Well, do people realize that you are
Yeah.
a former Total Wine?
Yeah, and I am a Total Wine spirit professional. I did get my education in that and did get sales knowledge through Total Wine on wine. So I do know the difference between a Malbec and a Zinfandel versus a Merlot. And I don't care what Sideways said, Merlot is really good. And a Cab, so it's fun. But join us as we go on this journey. Happy spring. We're thrilled it's finally here. Yeah, she's throwing up party signs because that's, yeah. Yay, spring.
Yay,
that is
spring.
so good.
We get,
Yay,
we
spring.
get to show you so many fabulous things, even from a drink perspective in spring.
And drinks perspective in spring. So we look forward to, always beer is going to be a big focus of this channel, but I don't want to be limited. We want to be expanded, and it's going to be, like I called it, the best beverage. Sometimes, a lot of times it's going to be beer, but sometimes you just want a real good cocktail. You want a glass of wine to go with something. I'm not going to limit myself anymore, and I'm going to focus on that. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe. Oh my gosh, I only did it one time. I'm
failing already.
But yes, if you like it, hit that like and subscribe. Tell your friends. You have some comments. But we look forward to exploring all thing beverages, and I might even do a crazy idea and just do bitters because they are alcoholic. Shh, don't tell anyone. But we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
If you're in Kentucky, make sure you go to Keeneland.
In Kentucky, make sure to go to Keeneland. If not, just get out and enjoy the weather. Have a good, now that it's getting warm enough, a lager, something pale and clear. And I mean, there's a reason why they call it kind of champagne, just the bubbles going up on that glass. Thank you, Dave and Carol, for my parents, for these wonderful Pilsner glasses I got. Oh, and make sure the director's happy. We will do a Hefeweizen versus an American wheat beer, but we'll still do them in Hefeweizen glasses. She got me that for Valentine's Day. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers. Be careful out there. Always drink smart, drink responsibly, and drink the best beverage you got in front of you. Cheers.